it comes to roller coasters, there's always something new on the horizon. Every year, amusement parks around the world put their money into a new roller coaster in hopes of attracting more guests for the upcoming season. I try to talk about this topic every year, but this year I'm doing it a little differently. I'm discussing every major coaster coming across the United States. This is actually part 2 of a 2-part series, and this video will be focusing on roller coasters coming to the Midwest and West Coast. The first video focused more on roller coasters coming to the East Coast of the United States, so if you're interested in that, make sure to check that video out. If these videos do well, then I'll be doing a video talking about major coasters coming around the world outside of the US. Another quick note I'd like to make is that even though I haven't ranked the coasters in numerical order, I did rank the 15 best coasters in the country, and I ranked the 30 best coasters coming around the world. So for those coasters, there'll be a graphic at the bottom of the screen for that. If you enjoy this kind of stuff, make sure to give this video a like, especially if you want to see the international version of this video, and subscribe to the channel for more coaster videos coming very soon. That said, let's stop wasting time and get right into it. One of the best states for new coasters this year is the Lone Star State. However, one of the best under the radar new coasters for this year is Prairie Screamer coming to Traders Village in Grand Prairie, Texas. This coaster is a storied E&F Miler coaster that once operated as the Screamer at Scandia Amusement Park in California. However, that park has since closed down, and we thought that this ride was gone for good. But now Traders Village in Texas is giving this coaster renewed life. This ride was said to feature some awesome airtime, especially knowing what E&F Miler is capable of. This place also has some other rides like a drop tower, super loop, and various other flat rides. You will be able to ride this coaster for only $3, or you can purchase an unlimited pass for only $14 that allows you to ride all of the other rides in addition to it. The best part about all of this is that this park is located less than a 15-minute drive from Six Flags Over Texas, so you can easily pair this park up with a trip to Over Texas as well. I actually have this coaster ranking up as my 15th most anticipated coaster in the United States coming this year, so I can't wait to see how it rides. Speaking of Six Flags Over Texas, their long-awaited Aquaman Power Wave coaster will be opening up in 2022 with the addition of a new turntable that will allow the park to run 2 boats on this coaster, which should shorten lines and increase capacity. This mock Power Splash was supposed to open in 2021, but it got pushed back to 2022 to add that turntable. The actual ride experience will consist of 2 giant spikes and a big splashdown. It will also be powered by an LSM launch, so that should be something fun to look forward to as well. When the coaster launches for the final time, the trough will fill up with water and will drench everyone riding once the train comes back down and rides through it. Although nothing spectacular, this ride will certainly be a great way to cool off from the Texas heat and will add to that already awesome over Texas skyline. A couple of small mentions that I'd like to give to a couple of SBF coasters coming to Texas before we get into the rest of the bigger coasters in the state are Rolling Thunder coming to Big Rivers Water Park and Adventures in New Caney, and Spinosaurus coming to Wonderland Amusement Park in Amarillo. Rolling Thunder will be one of those hamster wheel spinning coaster combos, and Spinosaurus will be an SBF spinning coaster. Nothing crazy here, but Rolling Thunder is the first coaster at that location, and Spinosaurus will be the first coaster to open at Wonderland since 2009, so it's cool to see these parks getting some investment. Moving on to a bigger edition, we have Palindrome coming to Kotoland in Austin, Texas. This coaster sort of came out of the blue, as I literally didn't even know this place existed until people started speculating where this ride might go when Ride Entertainment teased a new Gerstlauer Infinity coaster that was coming to the United States. Well, this turned out to be that Infinity coaster, and it'll be the only one in America to have an incomplete circuit, which means you will go forwards and backwards on this ride. There's a couple of cool inversions on this coaster, and it will be the only coaster to feature a vertical hop stall in the whole world. This coaster will also have a 0G stall over the road, which should be an awesome moment. Overall, I think this coaster is going to absolutely slap, and I can't wait to get out to Austin and take a ride on it. If you want to learn more about this ride, make sure to check out my full analysis on this coaster. I ranked this coaster up as the 11th best coaster in America and the 23rd best coaster in the world, opening up in 2022. Moving to our final coaster in Texas, we have Dr. Diabolical's Cliffhanger coming to Six Flags Fiesta Texas and San Antonio. This coaster is going to be a B&M dive coaster, and it will be the first B&M to come to a Six Flags park since 2012. This coaster will be 150 feet tall and will hit speeds of up to 60 miles per hour. This coaster will be be the first Phenom dive coaster to ever go beyond vertical with a 95-degree drop. This coaster will feature a couple inversions, a helix, and a supposedly extreme airtime hill. This coaster should be a good fit for this fast-growing park, and should give them another capacity monster. The general public loves these rides, and I always enjoy them as well, so I can't wait to check this one out. For me, Dr. Diabolical's Cliffhanger ranked up as the 14th best new coaster coming to America and the 28th best coming worldwide. Heading all the way up to Monticello, Indiana, we have a pair of roller coasters coming to Indiana Beach. One of those rides is Cyclone, which is a Zyklon Galaxy that was purchased from a Mexican fair circuit. This coaster will be similar to the Galaxy the park had up until 2013, so this should be a cool nostalgic ride for the park. The bigger coaster of the two is actually delayed from 2021, and it will be American Dryer Looping. This is a rare Schwarzkopf looping coaster that is known for being insanely intense, as this ride pulls up to 6.1 G-forces. This coaster is formerly known as Chimera, and it operated at La Feria Chapultepec, Mexico until an accident closed it down. Although this may sound concerning, safety standards in the US are much higher than Mexico, so something like this happening again is near impossible. The park is doing a lot of work to get it refurbished so that it's safe for guests to ride again. In terms of opening dates, Cyclone should be open early in the 2022 season, and American Dryer Looping will be open in the summer. I actually have Dryer Looping ranking up as the 6th best coaster coming domestically and the 11th best worldwide, so this should certainly be a treat for coaster enthusiasts. Heading to Iowa, we have a new amusement park opening called Lost Island Theme Park in Waterloo, Iowa. This park is said to be a true theme park that will have a Polynesian and Southeast Asia theme with 5 themed sections. This park will feature a bunch of rides, including 3 roller coasters, the largest of which is going to be the extended version of a Vekoma SLC that is originally from South Africa. This coaster is going to be retrofitted with new trains, and the ride has been completely refurbished. One of the most anticipated coasters for this year is Matugani, which will be an intimate accelerator coaster from Liseberg in Sweden. The coaster is a very compact coaster that will feature a launch, 2 inversions, and tons of rapid maneuvers and airtime hills. The third coaster will be a new Wacky Worm coaster that will be the main family-based coaster at the park. This park is starting off with a solid lineup, but I have Matugani ranking up as the 9th best coaster coming to the US this year and the 17th best worldwide. Traveling further out west, we are heading out to Colorado for Defiance coming to Glenwood Caverns. This coaster was the mystery Gerstlauer that we heard about earlier in the year from Ride Entertainment. Defiance will be a Gerstlauer Eurofighter that will be one of the highest coasters in terms of elevation in the entire world. This coaster will heavily utilize the terrain as this park is built off of the side of a mountain. It will only be 75 feet tall, but the ride will feature a main drop of 110 feet taken at an angle of 102 degrees. It will also feature 2 inversions, including a banana roll. This layout is pretty unique given the terrain usage and the creative element selections. All this should make for a great ride, which is why I have it ranking up as the 10th best new coaster coming this year to the US and the 21st best new coaster worldwide. Making our way down south, we have a new park opening up in Glendale, Arizona called Mattel Adventure Park. This will be a part of the all-new Crystal Lagoons Islands Resort, and this park will feature 2 new roller coasters from Chance Rides, the smaller of which will be called Bone Shaker, and it will be a Chance family coaster that should be similar to Nickelodeon's Slime Streak at Nickelodeon Universe at the American Dream Mall. The bigger of the 2 coasters will be Hot Wheels, which will be a Chance Hyper GTX. This is the second rendition we've seen of this model. In the first Hyper GTX, Lightning Run has been subject to rave reviews. This will be the first one to feature inversions and is also said to be featuring a launch. We're not 100% sure about what this ride will look like, but from what we do know, it looks like a great ride. I have this ride ranking up as the 8th best coaster coming to America and the 17th best new coaster coming worldwide. Another coaster opening up in Arizona is Canyon Coaster, opening up in Williams, Arizona. This will be a mountain coaster, so there isn't a whole lot to say about it. This is yet another coaster for coaster enthusiasts to seek out. But the one twist to this coaster that'll make it even more fun is that it's just a short drive away from the Grand Canyon, hence the name Canyon Coaster. If you're heading out to the Grand Canyon, don't miss this ride. Heading over to our final state, we have Sesame Place opening up in Chula Vista, California. This park is a refurbishment of a water park and will feature water park and amusement park attractions for kids. This park will open up with a zero force roller coaster called Super Grover's Boxcar Derby that will be identical to the other rides like it in the chain. Nothing too crazy here, but this should be a good park for families and another credit stop for enthusiasts. Making the short trip up to San Diego, we have Emperor coming to SeaWorld San Diego. This is another smaller B&M dive coaster that will be similar to Dr. Diabolical's Cliffhanger. However, this coaster will feature an extra inversion, so I think there's a good chance that Emperor will be the better ride. This coaster was delayed for 2 years, so the opening of this coaster should bring a lot of hype back to this park. SeaWorld San Diego doesn't have too many big attractions, so this could end up being the best ride in the park. I have Emperor ranking up as the 13th best coaster coming to America and the 28th best coming worldwide. Continuing up north, our next stop is Six Flags Magic Mountain in Valencia, California. This park will be receiving their 20th roller coaster with Wonder Woman Flight of Courage. This will be an RMC Raptor that will be very similar to Jersey Devil Coaster at Six Flags Great Adventure. That coaster is a pretty polarizing ride, but I enjoyed my rides on it in 2021, so I'm excited to see how this compares. There's some really good moments on Jersey Devil, like the stall, first drop, and first Camelback Hill. A back row ride on this can be really forceful, so that's something to try when riding this coaster. Wonder Woman will be a foot taller than Jersey Devil, and it will feature some extra length with a wave turn type element to end out the ride. I have this coaster ranking up as the 7th best coaster coming to America and the 12th best coaster worldwide. The final coaster we'll be discussing today is Sidewinder Safari coming to Six Flags Discovery Kingdom. This was a delayed ride from 2020 that is now opening in 2022. This coaster will be his Imperial Wild Mouse coaster, like Raging Cajun at Six Flags America. This coaster should be a fun spinning family coaster for the park, and it will add yet another coaster to this quickly growing amusement park. With that said, this will conclude the American segment of A Coaster Fan's Guide to 2022. Remember to check out part 1 if you haven't already, where I talk about the East Coast and all the coasters coming to that side of the country. If you'd like to see an international version of this video, make sure to let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to like the video to let me know that you enjoyed it. If you want to see more awesome coaster content, make sure to subscribe to the channel for all types of amusement park related content coming very soon. With all that being said, I'd like to thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.